Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. Could the Miami Dolphins be on the verge of signing cornerback Rasul Douglas after parting ways with star cornerback Jalen Ramsey in a trade to the Pittsburgh Steelers? The Dolphins have been actively reshaping their roster for the upcoming season. The Ramsey trade also involved the departure of tight end Jonnu Smith, a move that left Miami needing to address multiple key positions, while the Dolphins have swiftly addressed the tight end spot by securing the unretired Darren Waller. The cornerback situation remains a work in progress. Douglas, a 29-year-old defensive back with solid experience, has emerged as a potential candidate to fill the void left by Ramsey and Kendall Fuller, who was released earlier. Miami's cornerback depth chart, currently young and unproven, could benefit significantly from Douglas's veteran presence and experience. Although nothing concrete has been announced, Douglas remains one of the players closely linked with Miami as they evaluate options heading into training camp. Rasul Douglas' recent career trajectory has been notable for its ups and downs, reflecting a player with undeniable talent but some inconsistencies. Traded from the Green Bay Packers to the Buffalo Bills in 2023, Douglas was thrust into a full-time starting role in Buffalo's secondary. During that stint, he made a solid impact, recording 87 tackles and 13 pass deflections. However, his performance also included some rough patches, such as allowing 4 touchdowns and posting a 122 passer rating when targeted in coverage last season. Despite those stats, Douglas brings valuable experience to any secondary, especially one like Miami's that is seeking both depth and reliability. His ability to contribute in various defensive packages and provide veteran leadership could prove invaluable for a Dolphins defense aiming to solidify its backfield after losing key veterans. The financial side of signing Rasul Douglas appears to be promising for Miami, especially considering the team's current salary cap space and the player's contract expectations. According to Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald, the Dolphins and Douglas have been in communication and are reportedly not far apart on contract terms. This suggests that a deal could be structured fairly quickly if both parties find common ground. Miami's nearly $14 million in cap space gives them the flexibility to make a one-year investment in Douglas or another veteran cornerback without severely impacting their financial strategy. The timing seems ripe for the Dolphins to capitalize on Douglas's availability, especially with training camp looming and the urgency to strengthen their defensive backfield growing. While no deal is imminent, the pieces appear to be falling into place for a potential agreement. In addition to Rasul Douglas, Miami's cornerback market is bustling with veteran options, which makes the Dolphins' eventual decision even more intriguing. Players like Stephon Gilmore, Mike Hilton, Asante Samuel Jr., and James Bradbury are all available and have been linked to Miami as potential targets. Gilmore, in particular, recently confirmed plans to play his 14th NFL season, signaling his readiness to contribute veteran savvy to any defense. Bradbury and Samuel Jr., like Douglas, could also fill the veteran role the Dolphins are seeking. Miami's front office is known for weighing experience against youth, and the current crop of available cornerbacks offers an interesting blend of both. With a competitive cap space situation, Miami has the tools to attract a seasoned defensive back to bolster their roster depth and help mentor younger players. Rasul Douglas fits into the Dolphins' broader defensive strategy, which appears to be focused on building a versatile and experienced secondary. The Dolphins' defense has historically relied on a mix of young, athletic talent combined with savvy veterans who can stabilize the unit. Douglas's profile matches this approach well. Though his 2023 season had its ups and downs, his track record of tackling, pass deflections, and versatility and coverage make him a viable candidate to slot into Miami's defensive schemes. The Dolphins could use Douglas in various roles, whether as a starting corner or a nickel back, depending on how the rest of the roster shakes out. His experience with multiple NFL teams and defensive systems could give Miami valuable flexibility and depth as they prepare for the grind of an NFL season. The departure of Jalen Ramsey left a significant hole in Miami's secondary, one that cannot be easily filled by a single player. Ramsey was not only a shutdown corner, but also a defensive leader whose presence impacted the entire unit. Miami's strategy of exploring multiple veteran cornerbacks like Douglas is indicative of a broader plan to redistribute responsibilities among a more balanced group of players. Rasul Douglas, while not at Ramsey's level, offers Miami a dependable piece who can step in and provide quality coverage and tackling. Adding Douglas could help Miami maintain a competitive edge in a division that features some of the NFL's most potent passing attacks. The Dolphins' defensive coordinator will no doubt appreciate having a veteran like Douglas to lean on as they work to refine their coverage schemes. Miami's cornerback room is currently a blend of youth and experience, with players like Asante Samuel Jr. and Mike Hilton alongside potential veterans. Adding Rasul Douglas to this mix could create a potent combination of fresh athleticism and seasoned know-how. This blend is crucial for Miami as they seek to improve their pass defense, which struggled at times last season. Douglas's presence could not only stabilize the secondary, but also elevate the play of younger teammates through mentorship and on-field leadership. The Dolphins are aware that to compete at a high level in the AFC East, their secondary must be both resilient and adaptable. Signing Douglas could be a smart move that addresses immediate needs while building toward long-term success. The Dolphins front office has shown a clear willingness to be active in free agency this offseason, evidenced by their pursuit of Darren Waller and ongoing talks about defensive players like Douglas. This approach underscores Miami's urgency to address multiple roster weaknesses before the season begins. Cornerback remains a top priority given the departure of Ramsey. And Fuller, the team's cap flexibility offers room for strategic acquisitions without sacrificing future financial health. Douglas represents a potential bargain in terms of veteran production for a reasonable price. His availability makes him an attractive option in a free agent market that is becoming increasingly competitive. Miami's management appears ready to act swiftly if the terms align, indicating that a deal with Douglas could materialize sooner rather than later. It is also worth considering how Douglas's signing would impact the Dolphins' defensive scheme and game day rotations. The coaching staff has demonstrated flexibility in defensive alignments, often mixing zone and man coverage to confuse opposing quarterbacks. Douglas' experience in both types of coverage makes him a versatile asset who can be deployed in various roles depending on the opponent. His ability to play both outside corner and nickel positions could allow Miami to adjust their defensive looks dynamically throughout games. This versatility adds an extra layer of complexity for opposing offenses and provides Miami with more tactical options. Should Douglas join the team, fans can expect to see a more adaptable and resilient secondary that can respond to diverse offensive strategies. Finally, the broader narrative surrounding Rasul Douglas and the Dolphins is one of opportunity and renewal. Miami is at a crossroads defensively, having lost key veterans and needing to build a competitive roster quickly. Douglas offers a chance to inject experience and skill into a young secondary that needs guidance and stability. While the signing is not guaranteed, the ongoing conversations and financial feasibility suggest that Miami is seriously considering him as part of their offseason puzzle. As training camp approaches, all eyes will be on Miami's front office and coaching staff to see how they finalize their defensive backfield. For Dolphins fans, the potential arrival of Rasul Douglas represents hope for a stronger, more confident defense ready to make waves in the upcoming NFL season. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? Big news is stirring in the NFL landscape. And if you're a fan of drama and jaw-dropping trades, this one will surely captivate you. Imagine this. Kyle Pitts, the dynamic tight end who's been a rising star with the Atlanta Falcons, has reportedly signed with the Miami Dolphins. Yes, you heard that, right? The buzz around the league is that Pitts, known for his athleticism, game-changing plays, and ability to stretch defenses, has packed his bags and landed in South Beach. The trade that facilitated this blockbuster move allegedly involved the Dolphins sending 2 coveted first-round draft picks to the Falcons in exchange for PITTS. This potential deal could send shockwaves through the NFC South, leaving Falcons fans stunned and rival teams scrambling to recalibrate their strategies. The mere possibility of PITTS donning the aqua and orange raises countless questions and predictions about how this could alter the balance of power in the division. The excitement surrounding Kyle Pitts' potential arrival in Miami isn't just about acquiring a star player. It's about what this move signals for the Dolphins' ambitions moving forward. With 2 first-round picks reportedly sacrificed to bring him on board, Miami appears to be all in on immediate impact rather than building slowly through the draft. This strategy might hint at the Dolphins' confidence in their current roster, particularly quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who would suddenly have one of the most versatile and dangerous tight ends in the league at his disposal. Pitt's unique skill set, blending size, speed, and route running precision, could transform Miami's passing game and create matchup nightmares for opposing defenses. Meanwhile, this rumor sparks a fiery debate. Is Miami risking too much for a single player, or is this the kind of bold move that propels teams into Super Bowl contention? On the flip side, imagine the ripple effect in the NFC South if the Falcons actually send Kyle Pitts away. Losing a player of his caliber could leave a gaping hole in Atlanta's offensive scheme, forcing head coach Arthur Smith to rethink his playbook and find new weapons to support his quarterback. The Falcons' offense has leaned heavily on Pitts' ability to generate yards after the catch and create mismatches, so his departure might leave their attack less dynamic and predictable. It also begs the question, what's the Falcons' long-term plan? 2 first-round picks gained from Miami could set Atlanta up to rebuild or reload with fresh talent. But trading away an established star may shake the confidence of fans and players alike. This rumor, if true, could mark a significant shift for the Falcons franchise and ignite intense speculation about their direction heading into the next season. As news breaks about this potential trade, analysts and fans are buzzing over how Kyle Pitts' presence could change the dynamics of the AFC East and, by extension, the entire NFL playoff picture. Miami's offense, often criticized for inconsistency and lack of a reliable tight end threat, could suddenly become one of the most potent aerial attacks in the league. Pitts' ability to create separation and secure contested catches would add a new dimension to the Dolphins' play calling, potentially opening up opportunities for other receivers and even enhancing the running game by drawing defensive attention. This kind of upgrade might make Miami a legitimate contender in a division that includes powerhouse teams like the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots. If this trade rumor holds, it would set the stage for intense battles within the AFC East and create compelling storylines that fans won't want to miss. But let's not forget the human side of this rumored move. Kyle Pitts, still young and immensely talented, would face a major transition by moving from Atlanta to Miami. Changing cities, teams, and systems can be both an opportunity and a challenge. The South Beach atmosphere, known for its vibrant culture and high expectations, might suit Pitts well if he's ready to step up as a cornerstone for Miami's future. However, adapting to a new coaching staff and teammates could take time, and the pressure to justify the hefty price of 2 first-round picks could weigh heavily on his shoulders. Speculators are already wondering how Pitts' chemistry with Tua Tagovailoa will develop, and whether the Dolphins' offensive line can protect their new star enough to unleash his full potential. This rumor creates a tantalizing narrative about career-defining moments and the unpredictable nature of NFL journeys. Looking deeper into the rumored trade details, the 2 first-round picks Miami would give up to acquire Pitts highlight the escalating value of elite tight ends in today's NFL. Once considered a secondary position, the tight end role has evolved into a crucial weapon for teams seeking versatility and mismatch advantages. Kyle Pitts is often touted as one of the most gifted young players at his position, and Miami apparently believes he is worth the price of not only 1, but 2 top draft assets. This move reflects a broader league trend where teams are prioritizing proven talent over draft capital, signaling a shift in how roster building is approached. If this rumor turns out to be reality, it might encourage other franchises to consider bold trades to land their own game-changing players. Meanwhile, this potential trade has sent ripples through social media where fans, commentators, and insiders are weighing in with hot takes and wild predictions. Falcons supporters are expressing disbelief and frustration, speculating about the front office's strategy and lamenting the possible loss of a homegrown star. Dolphins fans, on the other hand, are buzzing with excitement about the new weapon, joining their offense and dreaming of playoff success. The NFL community thrives on this kind of rumor-driven energy, and the Kyle Pitts saga is no exception. It's a perfect storm of hope, anxiety, and speculation that makes following the league so thrilling. Whether the trade materializes or not, this story will dominate conversations for weeks and fuel endless what-if debates among fans and experts alike. In terms of franchise building philosophies, Miami's rumored gamble on Pitts could represent a bold attempt to shorten the rebuilding timeline and position themselves as immediate contenders. Trading away 2 valuable first-round picks is a significant investment, reflecting confidence in the current roster's ability to compete at a high level with Pitts added. This approach contrasts with teams that prefer to accumulate picks and develop young talent gradually. It raises questions about how this strategy might affect Miami's depth and flexibility in future drafts, and whether the pressure to succeed quickly could backfire if Pitts or the team doesn't meet expectations. This rumor creates a fascinating case study in team management decisions and the high-stakes nature of roster construction in professional football today. Of course, rival teams in the NFC South are also watching this rumor closely, as Pitts' departure from Atlanta could open up opportunities for the division opponents. With one of the Falcons' biggest offensive weapons potentially off the board, teams like the New Orleans Saints, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Carolina Panthers might sense a chance to gain an edge in the division race. The balance of power in the NFC South could shift dramatically, leading to a more competitive and unpredictable division next season. Analysts will be dissecting how each team might capitalize on this potential change, whether through their own roster moves or adjustments to game plans. This rumor adds a tantalizing layer of intrigue to what's already a fiercely contested division. Finally, the ripple effects of this rumor extend beyond just the Dolphins and Falcons, influencing league-wide narratives and draft strategies. If Miami does pull off this deal and Kyle Pitts thrives, it could spark a wave of similar blockbuster trades where teams are willing to part with high draft picks for established stars. Conversely, if the trade falls through or Pitts struggles, it could serve as a cautionary tale about overpaying in the NFL marketplace. For fans, pundits, and front offices alike, this rumor is more than just gossip. It's a potential turning point in how NFL teams approach building championship caliber rosters. The anticipation, excitement, and uncertainty surrounding Kyle Pitts' possible move to South Beach have made this one of the hottest topics in sports right now, promising a thrilling offseason ahead. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.